Very nice.
If you overcook the fish, you've already lost. And if you think bouillabaisse is just a fish stew, you have misunderstood France, because this dish started as scraps in a bucket and somehow it ended up on the white tablecloths in Paris. But the secret is not saffron, it's not lobster, it's not technique, it's control. Bouillir means boil, Baisser means turn down, Abaisser, boil hard, then pull away. That's it. That's the philosophy. But it took 2,000 years and the French Revolution to understand that. Now, I worked in countless Michelin kitchens, and I never once saw bouillabaisse on the menu, which is sort of hard to understand, until I was the head chef for Marco Pierre White in London, and we served it not as a stew, as a sauce. And that's when I fell in love with it, because I realized I had misunderstood it for years. So, today I'm passing my bouillabaisse on to you, and you'll be amazed how good it is, and how easy it is to do. But first, how did it become so famous, when so many other fish stews were forgotten? Geography. Bouillabaisse comes from Marseille, south of France, closest major French port to North Africa. Trade brought saffron, oranges, fennel, cumin, and olive oil. That's why it carries that slightly Middle Eastern whisper. Greek fishermen who traveled to Marseille kept small, unsellable fish, too bony, too ugly, too cheap. They threw them into water, added vegetables, whatever spices they had, boiled it hard, mushed it, strained it, bread or potatoes. That was breakfast, nothing elegant, peasant food. And that's the interesting part. France didn't respect it until it became fashionable, when 3 chefs from Marseille moved to Paris during the French Revolution. They opened a restaurant called Frères Provençaux, and suddenly southern French food arrived in Paris. Exotic, different, exciting. The Prince of Conti hired them. Pierre dined there. It was impossible to get a table, and the signature dish was that humble fish stew from back home, but refined, larger fish, which was filleted on the table, shellfish, lobster, croutons instead of stale bread, rouille on the side, and just like that, it stopped being breakfast and became luxury. And here is where it gets complicated. There's no single recipe. Escoffier had his version, Telefon added cinnamon, sometimes potatoes, sometimes bread, fish first, broth second, or the other way around. You work it out, because I haven't, but I have worked out one thing: control. Traditionally, you'd use red mullet, scorpion fish, John Dory, monkfish, and weber. Most of us can't get them, so I adapt. Mussels, clams, crabs, prawns, but whatever you use, it must be fresh. That is non-negotiable. Then I fillet my fish, because I wanted the bones. That's where the flavor lives. But you can buy fillets and then ask a fishmonger for the bones. They should be free. You already paid for them when you bought the fillet. I washed them for cleaner flavor. Now, prawns, they must be deveined. You can leave them whole, and you can cut the vein at the tail, then pull the vein out from beneath the head. Or disconnect under the head, remove a little shell near the tail, and pull it out that way. That dark line, digestive tract, remove it. That grayish, greenish part, that's raw, leave it. It turns beautifully orange after cooking. In professional kitchens, we often peel just the tail. Make a small incision along the back, remove the vein, and leave the head on. Why? Because prawn shells are pure flavor. And the worst thing you could do is peel them completely and throw the shells away. You are throwing away taste. So I keep them and I roast them hard. Because just like nuts, high heat intensifies flavor. It smells incredible. That's depth. That's money. Crabs, I remove the gills because they're bitter. I wash out the guts. I crush them. I roasted them in olive oil till golden. Keep everything. Bones, heads, shells. This is where stock begins. Then fennel seeds, cumin, let them roast. Onion, garlic, no color. Fennel trimmings, orange zest, orange juice. White wine, that's better than fish stock because acidity matters. Saffron, salt, pepper or chili. Lid on 25 minutes, no longer, because fish bones turn soapy. 25 minutes, that's control. Then I blended it. I strained it. I pressed it through a cloth. Every drop matters. Now, mussels, they are fascinating creatures. They can change from male to female. Orange flesh, usually female. Paler, usually male. Neither, somewhere in between. Okay, males you actually can recognize really easy on their beard. Okay, that's a joke. That doesn't mean they're male. That's a part of the robe with a screw on. So, before cooking, I remove the beard. I pull it down towards the hinge. That's done. I can scrape him, but I definitely do wash him. And inside are the abductor muscles. Two of the strongest muscles in the animal kingdom. When heat hits them, they relax, the shell's open. That's how you know if they're cooked. Closed after cooking? Don't discard them. They're generally just undercooked. But there's so much more I could tell you about mussels. But now we focus on the final act, the easy part. Bring the broth to the boil, add the mussels, add the prawns, add the fish, lobster if you like. Lid on. Bring to boil. Turn off. Bouillir, Baisser, Abaisser. Because fish doesn't like cooking, it likes resting. 3 to 4 minutes, that's enough. While it rests, I fry my fennel, which is in a bit of olive oil. Rouille, well, it's traditionally made with bread or potatoes, saffron, garlic and olive oil. But I cheat. I make a garlic paste. I crush it and then I scrape it along with salt till it's all fine. Sour cream, olive oil, lemon juice, cayenne pepper. And honestly, I know it's not a rouille, but it suits this version beautifully. Nothing wrong with a bit of cream in French cooking. Then parsley, gently stir, and there it is, Bouillabaisse. And here's something strange. It actually tastes better when it's cooked in larger batches. 8 portions minimum. Nobody really knows why. Larger batches do cook better. And if anyone does, tell me in the comments below. Because not everything can be explained, but one thing can. If you overcook fish, you've already lost. And whether this is extraordinary, well, that will now be decided by my in-house food critic. It's actually Valentine's Day today, so...
It's our dinner tonight. Lovely.
Shellfish. It's actually expensive dish.
I know.
You know, we have lobster, you have octopus, you have chondori.
Very nice. I'm not complaining.
What else do we put in there? Everything.
And the champagne's in the fridge.
So actually, you know, that is from Marseille. They would drink crème de cassis
Fine.
with some white wine. That is a typical drink. So if there would be a wine recommendation, if you want to stay authentic, here crème de cassis with white wine.
Yep.
But
Sounds good.
But we don't have any.
Oh, well, we'll have to have the champagne then. With the crème de cassis with that.
That's a Kir Royale then, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So what would you like me to taste first? The soup?
Whatever you want, yeah. You tell me.
Okay.
There's obviously no comparison today because that is obviously a French classic that you cannot improve in any way.
Yep.
Could turn it into a terrine, I reckon, or like a jelly.
Right.
Okay. Taste
Okay.
it, huh?
Okay. So I'm going to cut away a bit of. I'm going to be very careful because it's orange and I've got a white top on. Piece of fish, piece of mussel, bit of cream.
Huh?
Very nice. It tastes quite healthy as well.
It is healthy.
That's very nice. It's quite cleansing on the palate. and full of flavour at the same time.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed, and it would be quite a journey to navigate all the different pieces of fish.
Yes.
So for fish lovers, this is an absolute definite.
An impressive meal for dinner.
For Valentine's Day?
For Valentine's Day.
Okay, so you're impressing me tonight. Great.
Can always try.
Yeah, I'll have a little bit more. So, see? That's why I was being careful. That's not impressing me on Valentine's Day, dear.
Wow.
Just stay away from me. Yep. Beautiful.
All right, great.
Yep.
So you think that's enough for
Yes, I haven't even started on the octopus or the lobster or the prawn. Is there a prawn there too?
Prawns,
underneath?
there's mussels, there's
Yep.
kippers, there's...
I've just had a bit of the
different type of
fish
fish.
because I think that's going to be a little bit challenging with the liquid and the white top.
So
I'm going to put one of these on to eat it.
Stop the video then and eat it, huh?
Yes, that sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
So great. If you like that, check out my video on beef bourguignon or beef burgundy or dope de boeuf.
Yep.
Where I
Film that.
demystify that in that video. And yeah, it's a very similar French classic and it's pretty easy to do. So enjoy that. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.